Hello, my name is Zachary Smith. Welcome to part 3 of me showing you how I go about writing a song from start to finish. This is the third part in the series. The first part was about how I take a voice memo from my iPhone and turn that into a song structure. And the second part, I went into the studio and tracked some guitar, worked on some melody ideas. In part 3, I'm going to be working on the lyrics and really fleshing out how the song is going to be put together. If that sounds like something you've been into, stick around. Okay, so here is the song progression.
Waking up before you, opening my eyes and
Okay, so that gives you an idea of where we're going. I do have so what I sang there is not necessarily the lyrics. That just kind of gives me some structure to work with. Now I've opened up TextEdit and I'm just going to start writing down some words, kind of trying to write down the words that might fit into what I've already been saying. Then once I go back, it's going to be a bit nonsensical to start. I'll start flushing out, where the song is going, what the song is going to be about, and how it really works with the music and the melody. So this first verse I'll start with, grab my TextEdit here.
waking up before you, opening my eyes and the radio. I could.
So maybe I would start with waking up before you. Into the. That line is going to at least work for the time frame and the melody that I already have there. I might go back and adjust. This is just a first draft, so I'm not precious about it. If I don't love it, I can still kind of make it be a placeholder for the time being. If we say that this first line is going to be
waking up before you, opening my eyes into the unknown.
Go back to what we have is in the demo here.
I could see the writing in the writing.
So I'm just working out this line. I'll go over it a few times, kind of thinking about what could work. I might pull up one thing that I use very often is the Rhyme Zone website here. When I'm writing, I'll often have this pulled up just to give me an idea of if I want to kind of make this an AA structure, what kind of options do I have? Okay, so we got an idea for our first little verse couplet. Let's try it out. We'll mute the vocal.
Waking up before you, opening my eyes into the unknown. I could see that I was riding just as I was shown. Now I'm riding on.
Okay, so with the syllables, this doesn't really work.
Just as I was shown, I'm riding on. I'm riding on. I'm riding on.
So now we're just going to see if we have something that work for the first two verses.
Waking up before you, opening my eyes into the unknown. could see that I was riding just as I was shown. I'm riding home. I'm riding on. Riding on. Now I can see that every second I spent on the trace, holding on or letting go the movements I can trace. Okay, so holding on, letting go each movement I can trace. So that line ends there now. But now we gotta jump into the chorus, I think. So let's listen to what we have and see if there's any kind of words that I can pick out to get me started on the lyrics for this chorus. Yes, it all recognize. I see that now we compromise, and then it's all made right. Now I wish I held home. Okay, so that's in pretty rough shape, but there's a bit of a rhyme structure that I'm already working with in that kind of rough melody. So I'm just going to write down kind of the words that I hear and then start tweaking them. So hearing that back, the only line that I'm kind of liking is I see that now we've compromised, second line. So I'm going to see what we can do for a rhyme on the first line. So we've got a couple ideas right now, but I think I'm going to pick up my guitar to hear what they sound like. So when you hear, don't act surprised. I see that now you compromise. Oh, when you search and cannot find you, this will often be the part where you could get stuck. The most important line of the song being the last line of the chorus, usually. So I won't let myself get stuck here. I might put in a line that has the rhyme scheme that I really like. Or it has some bit that I'm into, but it doesn't have the right kind of meaning, or it doesn't quite fit yet. So I'm a little further along here on the chorus. I have some lyrics that I can work with. And so I'm just going to take a quick listen to the second verse, see if I can get some lyrics for that. Then I'm going to track some scratch vocals with at least a more finished lyrics. Okay, so I got some words here now. They're not perfect. There's definitely things that I want to change in them. But it gives me the chance to be able to sing the song completely and then listen back to it and hear what it is that I actually like and what don't like. So sometimes that changes. Because I've just written these words, I'm not confident about what I'm liking and what I'm not liking. So I'm going to sing them, and then I'll have a little demo that I can listen to and think about which words I really like and which words I want to change, which melody things I want to change. Maybe there's a chord here I want to change, but I have the song in a form where it becomes a little bit more easy to change things. But it's a solid song now. It has a structure. It has something that can be worked on instead of having to go back to the creative process of remaking the song from the beginning. So let's try and track something. Waking up before you, opening my eyes into the unknown. I could see that I was riding just as I was shown. I'm riding on. I'm riding on. I'm riding on. Now I can see that every second I spent on the chase, holding on or letting go, each movement I can trace. So when you hear, don't act surprised, this year I never compromised. So when I search and cannot find, I'm further down the road. You said I could look back to the times when I was young, but I don't recognize the words last week that I had sung. I'm riding on. I'm riding on. I'm riding on. Write it down or let it go. My mind is in a drift, waiting for my second chances, a weight that I can lift. So when you hear, don't act surprised, this year was full of compromise. But when I search and cannot find, I'm further down the road.
Okay, so I've sang through the song, and just singing through it once, I can already hear some changes that I want to make. Namely in the chorus. So when you hear, don't act surprised, this year was full of compromise. And then I'm going to change this a bit. But when I search and cannot find, I find her down the road. You said I could look back to the times when I was young. I don't recognize the words the last week. Okay, I'm just going to sing it again. Get a little bit more comfortable with the song. But basically at this point, I have a song with lyrics that are, 80% there maybe, but they need some editing. The song structure still needs to be fleshed out, but I have basically all the places where I'm going to be singing. It's all tracked, it's in the studio, and now I can listen back to it, I can mess with it, I can tweak it just as I want. In the next part of this video, I'm going to show you how I take this kind of what would be maybe a first draft of a song that needs some tweaks, but has some promising ideas, and I get that kind of right to the finish line. So I'll show you what that's like in the next part. Thanks so much for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.